In today's episode, we're going to take a regular plain t-shirt and turn it into a one-of-a-kind piece of fashion wear.
What we do here is go back.
Alright, what's up guys? So on today's episode, we have this special shirt that I kind of showed the lovely sketch to on the previous episode. I showed you guys this lovely sketch. So we're going to go ahead and take this sketch and we're going to make it into a awesome shirt. So obviously first off we got to get the correct size shirt board. So let me get a shirt board over here. And I'm gonna do my best to try to run you guys down what this says here. So we have the chakra symbols going down. We have a figure of a black woman. She's gonna have an afro and all this. The chakras have to line up with the figure. Different parts of the body have to line up with the chakras, right? Then we're gonna have a big lily pad that she's kind of gonna be hovering over, or kind of like sitting on almost. And out of or a pink lotus flower, which is kind of like a lily. Make sure it's pink, with the woman on top. Then we're gonna have marijuana leaves kind of coming off of the bottom of that, and then we're gonna have mounds of crystals kind of going off to the sides of the shirt. So we have that. Then at the very bottom, in the Wakanda alphabet, we have Black Girl Magic. So they want that at the very bottom of the front of the shirt. So that's what we have working on the front. Oh, also, before I forget, the background, right? She wants a planet with some stars, or make it look like space. But it has to be red, gold, and green. And I don't know if I have to remind you, but it's a purple shirt. So, so yay us, right? So I'm going to start off by loading up some opaque whites. I'm going to do this using my Badger 155 Anthems. Again, just opaque white straight out of the bottle, no reducing. I'm going to up the pressure to about 50 psi, and I'm kind of going to give myself a pretty good layout and just kind of white it all in, so make it all, map it in, I guess. Freehand it in. I guess this is not too, it's not super complicated. It's just a lot of stuff. And I feel like I'd be wasting more time actually trying to do a drawing to project and all this, when we could just probably freehand it on there and it'll come out just the same. Again, that's how we keep the cost of the shirt down. The more time you spend making a shirt, the more the cost goes up. In the case of this shirt, there's already a lot of work going into the shirt, so we don't need to add on to the time, and that way we can keep the cost down for the customer and make sure they get something good. Make sure I'm not just overworking myself with lots of design or whatever. But that way we can get it done pretty quick. And not only that, I'm pretty good freehand, so I think we'll be all right. So anyway, let me get it whited in. Just again, opaque white, 50 psi, no reducing, and we'll get it started. So.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
Right, so you can see I have all the white kind of laid in. So I'm just going to come in and kind of color in the background. Again, we're going to do red, gold, and green. I'm probably going to use like the inside of a tape here to make it look like there's a planet on this side, maybe a planet over here on this side. You know, do some little rings around them, something like that, to make it look pretty good. And then we'll come back and we'll color in the roses. I mean the lily here. The what is it called? Pink lotus flower. So we have to make this pink, and the marijuana leaves here. And then at the very end, we'll come and color in our chakras and our woman figures. So anyway, let's go ahead and lay in some red, gold, green. So. Alright guys, so we got that all kind of done in there. It was pretty basic, you know, once you got the white in there, you come back with your colors. If you noticed, I was using my handy dandy hair dryer here to dry the paint as I was spraying. And once we press it, it's really going to be nice and looking good. So pro tip, if you've never used this, you know, you just set it down, put black, come back, do some colors inside, and then just put it back and just white highlight on the side you want your light source coming from. So that's all you gotta do on that. But we're not done with the front of this. So all we're gonna do right here is take these off. We're gonna move this shirt up a little bit, right, so we can get to the very bottom of it here. And we're gonna add that writing right here at the bottom. So, give me 1 sec to readjust the shirt. Cool. So now we can do our writing at the bottom. So you don't always got to just do it like in the same area, especially this lady, she wants it. She really wants a full design to cover the whole thing. So that's what we're doing. So now it has to say Black Girl Magic in the Wakanda alphabet. So give me 1 sec to get that done. But then we're gonna come back and we're actually just gonna move the shirt to one side so to actually leave the side exposed. And we're gonna add some crystals coming up off of the lettering here, going off to the sides on both sides. So we're gonna do one side at a time, but nothing to it but to do it. So let's get the writing on there. I'm gonna do it in black, and I'm gonna throw like a white outline on it with some highlights. Specify what colors. They didn't specify what colors. Red, gold, and green is kind of the theme for this, but I think just black and white will look pretty good. Just make it look like it's shiny. We'll be all set. So 1 sec while I get this in there. got all the crystals painted in, and that's easy stuff. You know, as you can see, it's just kind of random crystals. Just lay in the white, let it dry. Lay in some, what did I use here? The Maui blue always looks good. Lay in some Maui blue and then come back, cut in your black, and then come back, cut in some white. It's a really easy way to get some crystals looking. So now let's actually just take it off of this. Take it off, let's see what it looks like. We still have to do the back, but we can see what the front looks like. Go. So that looks pretty darn good. And the crystals, you see, they come on to the back just a little bit. And now we can focus on this back side. So the back side has a portrait. So first things first is I gotta have the portrait. You know, I'm gonna use the projector. I love using the projector, it makes it easy. I'm going to use the projector for the portrait, and then we're going to add in all the stuff that goes around it. So this says, in celebration and memory of, and has her name, Nona Bell, and her dates, and then we're going to have a banner down here. Obviously her portrait right in the middle, some tiger lilies, some jewels, pearls, and flowers. A Mardi Gras kind of thing going around with the celebration and everything going on, and then the banner down here, the portrait right in the middle, and all the decorations with the lettering and everything. So yeah, pro tip, when you're working on a colored shirt like this, I just like taking a white color pencil. So we're gonna trace out the projector. You know, using the projector and a white color pencil is the best way to actually make lines show on this. This is probably light enough. You can still use a black pencil and get away with it, but to make it easy for yourself, white color pencil will make it nice and easy. So again, let me just project this up, get it all traced on there, and I'll be right back. All right guys, so we got it all you know, traced in there a little bit as best as I could. It's visible to me, probably not very visible to you, but we have enough space there. We have her portrait right here. We have enough space we could do the celebration kind of going all the way around. We're gonna do her name here, like right underneath her portrait with her dates, and then the banner down here at the bottom that says "Be Sweet." Again, we're going to put some flowers, some tiger lilies, you know, maybe a bead string going all the way around. But first, I'm going to start off by doing this portrait. So, again, when you're working on shirts, all of this paint is unreduced. So I'm going to start off with opaque white. I'm going to kind of color her all in. It's a purple shirt, so there's no way of getting around spraying white. You kind of have to base her in, get her, you know, in there in white, and then we're going to start layering in the colors to get her looking like she's supposed to. She also has a bright orange shirt on, which is like, this is purple. So yeah, anyway, let me get her based out in white, and you know, I'll probably actually get the whole design based out in white and then start layering colors. But for the most part, that's what I'm gonna do. Start with the white, and then come back in and get the portrait finished, and then do everything else around. So. Alright guys, so you can see I got all the white in there. Make sure it's all nice and dry. So I'm going to come in, I'm going to do the portrait first, get that all nice and detailed in, and then I'm gonna come back in and we'll lay all our colors. And then at the very end, I'll come back in and outline everything with black, just so that the black is really nice and crisp. And if it looks like it's necessary, maybe I'll do some white highlights at the very end. I'm probably gonna do some little, little star sparkles all the way around. But maybe we'll add some little white highlights to the lettering, maybe a little shimmer on her glasses here and stuff. And then, I'll also do the lettering here in black at the very bottom. So anyway, let me finish up this portrait. Well, actually, let me just finish up the shirt. You guys can enjoy the rest of the time lapse. And that'll be it for this episode, really. It's getting late in the day. That's pretty much all we got going on today. Tomorrow, I could come back and we'll do another episode on more airbrush tips, a little bit of airbrush techniques, and focus a little more on that. So anyway, let me finish this up and show you guys the finished result.